Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Uncle Mad here. Today, I got the travel shirt on because we are making a quick trip up to Jeffersonville, Indiana / Louisville, Kentucky. They're basically right across the river from each other. It's like the Covington, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Ohio type deal. Got to go up there for some work stuff, just a quick trip, very similar to when I went to Georgia about a month back. Gonna head up there, do some work stuff for a couple days. Figured I'd bring the camera with me, see if anything outside of work goes down that's interesting and worth documenting. I'm doing this intro sight unseen because I have no idea what I'm actually going to do up there, so this might be an intro that just disappears into ether if I just stay in a hotel room and don't move for 2 days. But figured, always got to bring the camera, always got to see what's going on, always got to document if anything fun or interesting happens. Time to hit the road. It's a quick little trip. It's only like 2.5, 3 hours, so not too bad on the travel commute end of things. But we're gonna head up there, see what there is to do. I'm heading up there, don't have to work till tomorrow, so maybe I'll get up there in time to grab some dinner, find some activities to do up there. I kind of want to see some movies. There's some movies that have been out lately that I haven't got a chance to see yet. So maybe while I'm up there, since Jester won't be accompanying me, I can, maybe go to the movies. I want to see weapons. I want to see Naked Gun. There's so many things that I want to see in the theaters. I'm a cinema person, if you will. Got some packing left to do, and then we'll hit the road here shortly. So, Indiana, here we come. Passing through Rivergate as I make my way to I-65 north towards Louisville, where I'm headed, and just pass by the future site of an upcoming In-N-Out burger. They're making their way here to Nashville, and feels like I can almost tell that they are California people who don't know the lay of the land here in Middle Tennessee, that two of the first sites they selected to put In-N-Out locations in the Nashville, Middle Tennessee area are Rivergate and Lebanon. Maybe they're going to be the linchpins that save Rivergate and boost up this sadly horrific area that was once my favorite part of town, but I'm skeptical. I was obviously curious, got the Buc-ee's travel shirt on. It's been a few years since I've been on a trip that sort of took me this route. I think the last time I went up this way was went up to a away day in Louisville City for U.S. Open Cup with Nashville SC. I couldn't remember, is there a Buc-ee's? Well, I just saw the sign. We're 58 miles away from Buc-ee's, but I might not stop on the way up. I kind of want to just get up to Louisville as quickly as possible, just kind of get settled in, kind of have the night. I'm coming in at a time where I'll get there probably at a reasonable time where I'll have the evening to kind of hang around and maybe do some stuff up there. So I may bypass I may bypass Buc-ee's on the drive up, but I'm not going to pass a Buc-ee's twice, so on the return trip we may get some Buc-ee's in if we don't stop on the way up. Just about, looks like 40 minutes to go from my hotel, and I just saw as we were driving, we passed the little side street signs that are on the interstate that show you what restaurants and stuff that are available. We had 5-star, which I believe, fair assessment, a fair summary, which, maybe people that are more local will correct me on this, is 5-star is the Kentucky answer to Skyline Chili. I believe they have it in Ohio as well. Skyline dips down into Kentucky a little bit too, but didn't get it on that particular stop that I saw there, but may have to add some 5-star chili onto this trip at some point in time. Or Skyline. If we got Skyline here anywhere nearby where we're at, maybe we'll dip our toes in the water. Mostly for my German friend who also has ties to Ohio. Just coming into Louisville metropolitan area now, coming up on the Fairgrounds Airport kind of area up here where Kentucky Kingdom is, which that was one thing that would have kind of been on my list as a thing to do if I had a little more time on this trip, or if the timeline worked out. But I'm coming up here during the week, and we're at the point in the year where Kentucky Kingdom is only open on the weekends, so maybe if I'd been able to come up super early on a weekend day I could have got it in, but sadly not meant to be. I've been in Kentucky Kingdom in forever. It's probably, I don't know what the exact timeline is. It's got to be probably the closest amusement park to me. If it's closer to me, or if Holiday World would be closer, or I don't know what else could be. Just Kings Island. I think Kentucky Kingdom might be the closest, but I haven't been there in years. I haven't been there. The last time I went was pre the poor girl getting her foot sliced off on the drop tower ride, but that's a bummer. The bridges that go from like Kentucky to other states.
Welcome to Indiana.
Oh, we're here. They do an interesting job of making them both like interesting and terrifying. All right, let's see what we're in for here with our. Can I get this to work? There we go. Holiday Inn Express in Jeffersonville, Indiana. I feel like at this point I've done a few of these, and there's not too much to ever really learn. Everything kind of looks the same. Here's the bathroom. This is what I look like when I walk into the bathroom in a random hotel. Shower. This is where you go poop in the toilet right here. I will say, I like that this one has the actual full door. I think like a big hotel thing now has been these like weird sliding farm doors where you're not fully closed off from the rest of the room. Coffee maker, microwave, fridge, king size bed, nice little setup here, TV's here, there's some stuff for laundry. I'm not going to do any laundry while I'm here. Yeah, pretty standard. Well, this is a nice little loungy chair. Oh, and look at this. Fantastic view of the dumpsters out back. Great room here that we have. Fantastic. As I was making my way up to Indiana, I was listening to the radio broadcast for like the last 45 minutes or so of my drive of Nashville SC's match today with New York City FC, New York City, New York Football Club City. I don't know what their full deal is now, but literally as I was walking through the door, just before I started that little room tour, just did radio broadcast in my ear. New York City scored to equalize 1-1. Schaffberg had a great goal early on, apparently, where he just broke in behind their attack and scored. And then they scored to equalize and immediately went to a weather delay. Like, as I was walking through the door, I was like, okay, cool, I'm in the room. I'm going to see if I can get like a stream going on the TV, airplay it from my phone or something like that and watch it. And immediately the match goes into a weather delay as soon as I walked into the hotel room. So the one thing I had to look forward to when I arrived was watching the rest of that match, and it's in a weather delay now, so I don't know. I'm going to start Googling what's going on in the area. Like, what is there a cool restaurant? I might go see a movie. I think I might go see a movie. That feels like the way to go, movie. Because there's two movies I want to see. I've talked about this probably too much at this point in time, Weapons and Naked Gun. I don't even know if there's a movie theater around here. I saw a lot of restaurants as I was coming through, so I mean, there's definitely restaurants, but it's like a lot of like the Texas Roadhouse, Chili's type places. I want to find somewhere unique to Jeffersonville, Indiana. Yeah, I'm going to eat food, so we'll see what happens. All right, I am trying to get some type of setup here where I can watch, maybe stream either the match for Nashville SC to the TV from my laptop, or I'll just watch it on the laptop, one way or the other. But in the meantime, I've got received some very tragic news from my German friend. She has reported to me that I was mistaken. 5 Star is apparently just some random gas stations in Kentucky. The actual chili place that I was thinking of is called Gold Star, so does not seem as though we will be getting any chili. At least not the Skyline Gold Star variety that I thought might be on the table for this trip. So, tragic update to this trip, but we will move on and we will persevere. So, Shout out my German friend for setting me straight. I feel quite foolish. Took some time, formulated a plan here in the hotel room, which, by the way, there's a couple minor inconveniences here at the hotel. The ice machine on my floor is broken, so I have to go up to like the 3rd floor down to the main lobby to get ice. Also, there was a sign when I came in, I didn't mention this. The pool is out of service here at this establishment, which I probably was going to swim on this trip. I don't even think I packed a bathing suit, but I mean, like, it's summertime. You got to have the pool open. But anyway, I did some research, looked around, tried to formulate the best possible plan for me, and I found like a little like a brewery, sports bar type place, pretty close proximity to a movie theater that's pretty close proximity to here, so thinking I'll go get some dinner at the brewery, sports bar, whatever it's type of place it is. Go to the movie. I bought tickets for a 9 o'clock showing of The Naked Gun. See that. We'll call it a day. I'll give full reviews, recaps of all that stuff. We're getting the full Jeffersonville, Indiana experience with the movie theater and random food establishment that I'm going to go to here. So what an experience we're in for tonight. So we had a slight change of plans. I was going to a place called Harbor and Hops Ale House and Restaurant. But it turned out it closed at 8 o'clock, which seems unreasonably early to me, but teach their own. So I Googled sports bar, and I found this place, Bubba's 33, which is pretty much right back by where my hotel was. So I drove over to a place that was directly next to the movie theater and drove back to eat here. So a lot of inconvenient, stupid driving by me. I should have researched better. Quite the extensive menu here. Not even really sure what to go with, because they got options of all sorts of varieties. What to do. Alright, we went with the Monte Cristo because it had a little 33 beside it, which I assume means it's one of their specialties. And I don't know the last time I had a Monte Cristo, so it sounded good, so gonna give this a shot. Not bad. All right, Bubba's 33, solid little place. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. This is if I lived here, it's probably a place I'd pop in just frequently, just for comfort food. You know what you're getting type thing, sports bar, basic vibes, that type of thing. But now we gotta head over, catch the movie, which originally we would have been in a good spot for, but now we're not so much because it's on the other side of town. So movie time. Funny, not funny, ironic. I don't really know what the term to use here is, but where that Bubba's 33 is, it's kind of like into like a weird end of a street deal where it's kind of the only thing down there, and the only other thing where it's at, like it's kind of next door neighbor, is a place called Avenues Recovery Community, which I don't know how much of a good idea it is to have a sports bar directly
Turn right onto Cooper's Lane.
I don't know how much of a good idea it is to have a recovery center directly next door to a sports bar, but I don't know.
Continue for 3 miles.
Shut up, I'm trying to talk to the people. Alright, so I had no idea there was movie theaters left that weren't just Regal or AMC, but apparently there's something called Xscape. And this is where we're going to be seeing the Naked Gun this evening. This is kind of cool. It actually, on the screens, when you're walking back to where the theaters are, actually kind of tells you where you're at in terms of when it starts. So the trailers have started for Naked Gun, so we know where we're at. If we ever want to see Nobody 2, it's already started.
Little texts and snapograms and instant talks.
That's this theater has a nice kind of
just about anywhere and tell them
reclining seats. Not a bad
seriously
thing to have here.
that's signal.
Also, nobody scanned my ticket on the way in, so they're just coming in and seeing the movie free of charge. But I want to encourage that type of behavior. But she'll get popcorn review
with fries, Texas toast, and DQ signature country gravy for just $7.49. For crunch time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was just a commercial for a
You go down on me
20th anniversary re-release of The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
as a way to not go down on me as much. That's
I know I feel
ridiculous.
super old, and now they're for some reason showing a trailer for Trainwreck, which was terrible. That's the 10th anniversary.
anniversary of that, and that was terrible.
Instant review, Naked Gun. Thought it was good. I have seen some people say it's better if you'd caught it like in a full theater with like everybody laughing, everybody having a good time together, and I can totally see that because there was like 3 other people in my theater and I don't think they laughed at a single joke. Like, so every time I laughed at them, I was kind of like, oh, am I the only one who thought that was funny? That kind of deal. So I'll go 82. Feels like an appropriate score for that. Naked Gun, 82. Good, fun comedy movie, fun time at theaters. It was only $9. Ticket to the movie tonight was $9. I don't know the last time I paid less than like 15. So maybe I got to drive up to like Jeffersonville, Indiana, to see movies all the time now, because $9 for a good, fun comedy experience, I'll take it every time. Back at the hotel, that'll wrap up night 1 in Indianapolis. Got to do some work stuff in the morning, and then maybe we'll find some other stuff to get into and get around and get about. Find stuff to do. I need to watch the replay of the Nashville SC match. I was watching it before I went to the movies and out to dinner, and there was a rain delay, so I'm going to watch that, catch the replay of that, so you might get some Nashville SC thoughts when we check back in on the next update in this video. But that's it for day 1 in India. I was going to say Indianapolis. I'm not in Indianapolis. I'm in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Back to the hotel after a nice day. Easy, not too stressful day of work up here in Indiana. Going out to dinner. Hope the camera didn't pick that up, but it probably did. About to go out to dinner with some work colleagues. Probably won't do much video content, if any at all, there. But I'm actually going to the place that I was going to last night that closed at 8 o'clock last night. So actually going to get there in a reasonable hour while it's still open tonight. So getting to try it after all, but I'm leaning towards not going to a movie later tonight. Just want to be out and do anything like that. I might come back to the hotel after dinner and do an emergency Nashville SC live stream, because it's been a while since I did a Nashville SC centered live stream here on the channel. Nashville SC has lost 3 matches in a row. I think maybe even like 4 out of the last 5, so we're kind of in a bit of a big time major dip drop off for the season, so I might need to jump on the channel, go live and talk about it. You'll probably already know whether I did this or not, because this will come out after the potential live stream. So if I did a live stream and you joined, thanks for joining. If I did do a live stream, apologies for never following through on anything I ever say I'm going to do, but we persist. Back in to the hotel after a little work dinner with the work chums, Harbor and Hops. I thought it was a pretty good place. Like, actually glad I got a chance to experience it after missing out on it last night. Had the fish and chips, you know, they were pretty solid, pretty good. But I mean, definitely seems like a place I would go to semi-regularly if I lived in the area. But one more thing to add on to this, one of my work colleagues gave me this new Glarus Brewing Company Spotted Cow beer brewed in Wisconsin. Apparently, like, this is huge, like the go-to, all anybody drinks up there in Wisconsin, Midwest. Like, people swear by it from what I've been told. So he's like, you gotta try one of these. I got one left. Take it with you. Go back to your hotel. Try it. Let me know what you think. You know me, not a drinker, but I'm also not one to turn down a gift, a generous offering as it would be. So we're gonna get a little Spotted Cow review right here on the channel. Only in Wisconsin. It says right there on the label. I don't know if you can see that. Only in Wisconsin. Employee owned. Spotted Cow. Cheers. It's not a bad beer. It's light, easy to drink. Very good. Goes down smooth. Shout out to my work friend who gave me this as a gift. Appreciated, and I will continue to enjoy it. Getting ready to check out the hotel. Got one last day of work-related activities to take care of up here, and then we're going to hit the road as soon as we're done with work. Buc-ee's trip on the way home. We missed it on the way down, so we got to hit it on the way back. Did not end up doing a live stream last night here at the hotel, which, I just was like, I'll probably get all animated and start yelling about Nashville SC, and I don't know if this is the best environment for that. I don't think we've got a lot of soundproofing on these rooms, but quick, succinct thoughts just to share where we're at. I didn't get overexcited in the part of the season where we were looking really good and looking really dominant and knocking on the door of the top of the table. I'm not going to get overly panicky about this little skid that we're on right now, losing 3 in a row, maybe 4 out of 5, something like that. So that's the baseline summary of my current thoughts on Nashville SC. May do a live stream when I get back to Nashville, and get into more detail about it or something like that sometime this week. But I should probably stop saying I'm going to do live streams if I'm never going to do them. But you never know. They might pop up. Stay tuned. Subscribe, turn the bell on for notifications so you don't miss if it does happen. Anyway, got to check out and then head over for the work stuff, and then we're hitting the road and going back to Nashville. Last hotel breakfast of the trip. Decent spread this morning. As I said before, no road trip can be complete without the opportunity to stop at Buc-ee's. You can't pass it twice. Pass it on the way down, can't pass it a second time. It's got to be just about one of the least crowded Buc-ee's I've ever seen. Really easy to browse around and shop. Just trying to decide what I actually want. All right, before we get back on the road, let's do a quick review of what we purchased. I got Buc-ee's Top Pop Dill Pickle Flavored Popcorn. I'm a big popcorn guy. I've never actually tried Buc-ee's brand before, so that'll be something new. And then I got the brisket burrito, which I think was like potatoes, cheese, brisket, beans, maybe some other stuff. I don't think I've had it before. I think I've only ever had the cheese steak burrito, so I figured this was worth a shot. Let's do the popcorn first. Just I'll probably snack on that as I'm going down the road a little bit more so, whereas the burrito I'll probably just eat it right out. And then, but that would require me to get this popcorn open. Okay. All right. Dill pickle flavored popcorn. Let's see how this is. I don't think I like that. If I snack on the rest of the drive home and change my opinion, we'll give an updated review somewhere down the road. Literally down the road. But initial reaction is not a fan of that. Probably should have gone with a different flavor. All right. Burrito. Good Lord. Of course, brisket. One of their most famous offerings at Buc-ee's. This is a dang huge burrito. Got that bag of popcorn and a bottle of water in this burrito for $12, so decent price on everything too. So, Bon Appetit. Pretty good. I feel like I got too much beans in that bite. Not enough of other stuff, but hold on. I could do with a little less beans, maybe a little bit more of the other toppings, but otherwise, good burrito. Once again, it's amazing that it took this long for like the Buc-ee's revolution to come along and for somebody to figure out, hey, if we just made like a roadside gas station type place that actually has clean stuff and good food, people will stop. Except this Buc-ee's is kind of quiet. I don't know, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, so I don't know if that affects business, but this is definitely the quietest, the least busy I've ever seen at Buc-ee's. But anyway, onward back to Nashville we go. So as I'm pulling out of Buc-ee's, Google Maps tells me to go right down, I guess this is Highway 101, instead of going back towards 65 South. And I was like, well, I know 65 South will take me back to Nashville, but I couldn't help but be at least a little intrigued where this weird potential back road through Kentucky that Google Maps wanted to take me on. So I'm kind of in a explorer mode. I mean, explorer who uses GPS to tell him where to get to, but it's going to either be an interesting, scenic route back home, or I might be in the beginning stages of a horror movie where this just GPS craps out in the middle of nowhere and I get murdered by a farm family. So either way, we'll document it here on the channel so you'll get the update. So hopefully the murderous family will post this last vlog if that's the case. Just hit the point in this interesting route home where I actually know where I am, and I'm going to basically drive directly by my office. So I could have theoretically like popped in and done some more work today, but not going to do that. So I'm now aware of where I am. No threats of horror movie farmhouse murder. Hopefully, I think we're in the clear. Home sweet home, made it back. Had a delicious dinner at ML Rose. Shout out ML Rose just now with Jesta. Great to be back home, of course. Especially, check this out. While I was gone, Jesta got us like a new, bigger TV for the living room. So now I have a bigger, better picture on which to watch the Titans, Manchester United, Nashville SC, Predators, Braves, probably several other teams, all of Vandy's sports teams. Crap the bed, as my buddy Kyle so eloquently put it with a different word than what I just used, crap, and just stunning, high definition. Get to watch my teams ruin my life on a bigger canvas. Thanks for watching. This was just a fun, weird little pop-up trip to Indiana for some work stuff. So if you liked this, or if you like anything I've done before, if you like anything I'm going to do in the future, even though you don't know what it's going to be, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell for notifications, because there's more to come. Viva Esperance.